clear skies and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
Oh, they're not working. Okay, let's audio check. Seems good. Nice. Okay. So today's just gonna be a nice chill one. I'm very happy with how the Stray Gods went, and as I suspected, yes, there are only a few endings as such, but it's like little variations depending upon what you pick. I won't say what they are, just in case I do decide I want to replay it on stream, which I may do. I'm not saying I will, I'm not saying I won't, but just I may do. Yes. So now today is, as I say, going to be catching up with stuff I haven't done for a while, like namely some daily quests. So what I've been doing in the past, off stream, is I've been using my lower level classes and jobs to do the dailies and stuff, so that the experience isn't wasted. Now, granted, it's not a huge amount of experience; it is quite low, but it is still experience. So looking at this, you can see we've got the classes. I've been putting a lot of work into Warrior, because I thought to myself, rather than trying to go through all of them at once, just sort of focus on one from each group. And obviously from physical range it's been Bard, from melee DPS it's going to be Reaper, from healer I'm thinking it's either Sage, because that happened to start off as a higher level anyway, so I might go with that one, or White Mage, because White Mage is almost like a DPS type thing. It's pretty decent. So it's out of the two, those are the choices. Dark Knight's fun. I'll say Dark Knight is quite fun. Out of these, it's probably going to be Summoner. Now, the reason I'm picking Summoner is one, because I've played Summoner before, but by leveling Summoner, you also level Scholar. And if you level Scholar, you also level Summoner, due to sort of thing back in the day, where they were in effect like the same class or job, so not like twinned. Don't know why I've gone to have it. It's just one of those weird things, which is why you notice a lot of the stuff for Scholar. In fact, I'll change to Scholar now so you can see it. Is, where is it? Scholar. You can see they have very similar sort of gear. Now if I change to Summoner, which I think is, again, not much difference in terms of the stuff there. But I say, yeah, today's going to be Warrior. Now, one thing I do like about Warrior is they are very self-reliant as tanks go, and they have a ability here which restores HP with every weapon skill successfully delivered. So if I even just do basic like hit, boom, and that's active, I'll get a little bit of healing. Plus also I've got a few healing skills and stuff like that as well. They are probably, in my opinion, the easiest tank to level. But I've played the others are different though. There are different ways. So the paladin's more like the traditional, like, stand behind me, citizen, I'll protect you type one. The warriors sort of jokingly say, right, full cowabunga it is then, and things like that. Dark Knight has been joked about being in the floor tank, and Gunbreaker is kind of a ranged tank, but also not. It's difficult to describe, but they're good. Honestly, the classes, they do feel different. It's like they don't feel like, oh god, the paladin's going to be exactly the same as the warrior. I think the paladin as well can heal others slightly, as you know, like the old lay on hands type thing. I think, and it's just little paladin. Where's it gone? Where is it? Like, go hallowed ground, improves most attacks. Yeah, targeting damage. Basic attack here. Holy Spirit. Where's my healing ones? Let's see. I've got healing. There you go. Restores target HP. So what is sort of self-reliant, but obviously let's put on my immunity. Yeah. Now you may also as well notice that I have 2 million gil because I've been doing some crafting and selling off the excess ingredients and items once I've been doing the sort of crafting missions, which I'd say we're probably going to be focusing on today at some point, or at least dabbling into it. For now, first thing is, I'm going to head over to the oh, how am I doing for carriages? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to head over to, oh, I'm going to check my gear actually. I haven't done that for a while. Yeah, my gear's a little bit, I know it's just about on the level. Not by much, but it is just about. It's not bad. It's not bad. I wouldn't say I'm at a level where I am confident doing stuff in the public dungeons, but I've definitely got to a point where someone's dressed as Santa over there. Why is that person dressed as Santa? But again, I'm getting distracted by this place. Oh yeah, also this character as well has got a sort of eye bandana. I just thought, why not? Right, so let's see what's sold, if anything. Right. Okay, probably not, but let's check. Yeah, 2 million gil. Only another 5 million to go. What's that? That's ooh, I might be able to sell that. I will. Okay, so that's going for, let's say 15,999. There you go. Come on. Okay, so now we have one. Oh, on. Just in case I've got a minute. Okay. Right. Let's steal something from. Keep the inventory topped up. Oh, no. Somebody's trying to sell it cheap. I'll get that for a little while. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. This is how I've been able to sell it. I've made a lot of these items like from the crafting, and just to sort of help level it up. And sometimes, if I had enough ingredients, I would make an extra one. So that's what I've been doing, and I'll explain how I sort of helped speed things up as well today. But there's also a few quests associated which help speed things up, which also give rewards, which you can then spend on getting improved gear, like they call them, like the purple scripts, I believe. But we'll address that afterwards. For now I'm going to say do some daily missions, and if I'm trying to remember where they are. Okay, so looking at the reputation, you can see there's, I believe, 8 tiers for the reputation, and the Heaven's Ward ones, which is basically the stuff I've got, is I've got the Vanu, the Vath, and the Moogles. Now the Moogles, I believe, is a crafting one, and that's really easy for me to do now. When I say literally I can do it in one mission, in one click, that's pretty much it, because I have a skill on my crafters now, which anything that's like 10 levels below me, whatever level I'm at, I can just pretty much just go press one button, and it does like almost perfect results. Like, it doesn't always give the high quality result, and the cat's being a pain in the butt. What are you doing? Okay. But it does give, you know, an acceptable stuff. So if you're doing like just basic trading, it works fine. But for now, yeah. So tell me where the Vanu is. The Vanu, oh god, I believe. Trying to think. Excuse me? No. No, you do not shout at me. No. 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 I'll put the fan on. Yeah, I told you don't like that. No. You're all shouting at me. Right, I believe this is where they are. Because, let's see, Moghome is where the Mughals are. And I believe the Dravenian Forads is where the... what are they called again? The Vath are. The big group. So look at Okazundu. I'm pretty sure it's in that general area, but I can't remember exactly where. This is where I have to fight. Now, these are... Yeah, excellent, yes. Now, these are facts. Yeah, this is exactly where I want to go. Fantastic. Now, each tribal quest has... Each tribal reputation has, like, several that they rotate around. And yeah, you need to be able to get flight to go to here, as you can see. You can only do 12 a day. But you can do any 12 you want, and they refresh like every server reset. So this is who I have to speak to, a man Vanu, who looks very much like the Paku, the big sort of like colourful ones over in Toral. There we go. I've got 12 ounces, and I've got 3. These are 3 for today. Easy as paisa. Yeah, you see. Oh, see, the experience is negligible. It really is negligible. So, but I'm not doing it for that. I am doing it for, and I've done these like quite a few times. I'm just going to click through them. I'm more doing this for the reputation. You see, each of them gives. I'll show you again. So you can get tombstones. White bone, which is like the trading items, which is what you use to give into exchange for the minions, the mounts, and stuff like that. And this is the relations, which gives you the reputation and some basic experience. You see, it's literally a level 50 quest. So, and I'm like, this character's like level 60, so I need to do these. So it makes sense to do them for the one that's closest to it. I mean, I could do it on like my level 80 character jobs, but that would just be ridiculously overkill. At least this way I'm getting some experience. Not a huge amount, but it's some. Okay, so it's telling me I have to go and speak to this individual up here who's having a nice little meditation. Okay, dance commander. Okay, so this one going to do a dance. Another dance. Okay. So, as you can see, there's quite a bit over here. So what I'm probably going to do is go to that one and then sort of work my way back towards that one there. It'll take me a little while to get there. This is why you need flight. Obviously, you won't be able to get there in the first place. I think you'll be able to do like the base missions and things like that without flight, obviously, but it's the extra bits and pieces like that. And yeah, there's a flying set of islands. Also, as well, I can sometimes do like... Now, these areas don't have like the shared fates or anything like that. They just have the regular ones, so probably not going to worry too much about those. As you can see, all the creatures here are all around sort of like level at 57 and stuff like that. So I'm slightly above level for this area, but not by the almost double like I am if I played as my Bard or the Reaper. So I'm going all the way over there. Oh, correction, I'm going all the way up there. To all the skies. I think I know what that quest is, but I'm going to go and pick it up anyway. I think it's one I was doing and then dropped because I needed the room in my log. So, oh, okay. You want to be and do my mitigations. The thing I have to remember is that I'm a tank at the moment, so I can take the hits. What I'll do is I will use one of my XP buffs to rule the skies. I think that is a. Let me just check my log actually in a minute. Maybe not. Okay. Ah, yeah, there it is. Yeah, I think this is the quest. I think it is. Ah, yeah. Yeah, this is a raid series, so I'm going to pick it up so it's not on the log. And I'm going to hide it, so I might do it a bit later. With my main character. The Void Arc. Yeah, it's a raid. Not what I'm going to do when I'm as a warrior, because I have no idea. Alright. I just like this would be one of the sort of ones where I wish they would have like a thing where you can actually listen to, if you've unlocked them, you can listen to like any orchestron you want in the car, like as a radio, like a car music player or something. But now I know I can't fall off here, but still very disconcerting. Alright, this is what I could do, the sun drop dance, okay. There you go, yeah, it says sun drop dance. Yep, let's go about that. Okay, next one is, there's a fake going on there, so I could do it if I wanted to. What I'm looking for over here is, oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, really? My damage buff. Damage buffs even. And let's do that now. Or where's my XP buff? Squadron battle manual. There we go. Right. Okay, so same again. I've got to go into that side. Loads of, sometimes these ones can be sort of very combat orientated. Sometimes they can't, but there's a. Yeah, that's the dance I've got to do. Yeah, we'll ignore that. And you'll see the markers still show, which means there's another one of these little scroot bags around here somewhere. Question is where. There it is. Oh, a bit annoying, mate. Okay, so see, the orange circle has now gone, which means I have done all the ones in that area, but not over here. It does tell me it's below, because you see our little arrows pointing down, which makes me think it's going to be, yep, there it is. I don't think I could do that myself. Not doing that, being that close to the edge like that. I mean, in game it's fine, but IRL, no. Right, so there you go. There's one of them done. Lance Commander. So looking at this, it looks like yeah. If I zoom out, if I go southeast. Following, difficult to see, there's like an arrow there. As I get closer, it'll maybe sort of separate from the others. Yeah. Getting close to it, which it should be. Yep, that's it. Into land. Also, I'm also keeping an eye out for any of the what they call the hunt logs as well, which are the monsters with the little red icons above their heads, above their names even. Oh, there it is. Wait. He's in these little individuals. Give him the... We'll capture him in the sack. He's like, oh. He's been kidnapped. So he has. Okay, so now we'll go... That's not sometimes these quests like the objectives move like, okay, you've done it in this area, now you're going to go to the next area, now you're going to go to the next area. Not always, but they have done it in the past. Okay, so that's above me. That's going to be up there. I remember doing this one not long after I got the whale mount, and I just sort of did this like just hovered up, and you see. Apparently, like people were just going, "What the flip is that?" Because they'd not seen that mount before, and it was at the time probably the biggest mount in the game, and just having that, I'll show you, wait, just having this thing just like rise up, it was amazingly fun. Where's it? Okay, right, so up, there he is, click, and yeah, so that one done. So come on, we'll stay this time, don't you? Yes, I've got 2 more to go. Probably going to be in that big area. It's difficult to see, but it might be like 2 in the same area or 2 circles overlapping. It's difficult to see. Right. Can I fit through the hole? I can. Giggity. Right. Again, look for... There's one. Yep. Oh, there you go. Why is it not working? That was weird. I think because I tried to do the emote when I was on the mount, it missed. Like, I got confused. Like, why is it not working? Okay. Oh. I've changed a few of the things as well, like so the big bar tells me what makes it easy for me to see what skills they're about to do. There's no one around this somewhere. Most of the time they do tend to be in the same place, but occasionally you do get ones that move around or are in this general location and not in this exact spot. Oh yeah, really? A mocking totem. And down he goes. Also, occasionally I do get little mob drops as well, like things I can just like sell or stuff like that. Alright. Right, so it's below me. It's going to be on the ground. It's not going to be like up the top there or something. Right, so it's not that one because we killed him. Yeah, they're probably doing to dance towards the edge, like in there, or on top of something. So where is it? It might even be in this area. No, it is below. Hey, so it's probably going to be around here on the grounds. Where is the little shit? Let's get rid of them. Let's get rid of them. That sounds... wow. That sounds bad when I say that out loud, but... yeah. Maybe it's up. Maybe he's up there. Sometimes there will be. No, it's saying it's below me. Okay. Where the heck is it? Let's check to make sure I've not missed an area. Okay, no, it is in this. The map is saying it's in this area. But where? Let's go on the outside. Could just be I've just not gone far enough. Where is this little shit? But I need to find him so I can do this quest. Voodoo dancers. Up there, right freaking there. Right, okay. I must have gone past him about 3 times. When did first this say? Yeah, then all 3 are now done. Now, I am. Let's go with a different mount. No, I know we'll go. Let's go with Torgal. Yeah. Just because I love the music in it. It's very dramatic, and all he's doing is just flying. Then we'll get back to where I'm going to go, which is going to be on that island down there. Beyond that, it kind of looks like they're merged together, but no, it is actually 2 islands. Land. Right, so we'll hand them into these individuals. Once with the thingies above their head. Captured sort of weird owl. Weird owl. owling, not owl as in weird owl. I think they're going to be 50. Another 50. And there we go. Now I don't. You see, I didn't make the next tier yet, but if I look at my reputation, you can see that there is now. I need 20 more to hit the next tier with the Vanu. 20, that's just teasing. That's to hit level 7. But now I can go to the VAF. So the Moogle ones is a crafting one. I will probably do it so people can see what it's like, but I'm probably not going to be that worried about it. Yeah, let's go to the VAF. Now, memory serves me correctly, I think it's going to be, now, because that's the Moogles, I think it's going to be the Dravinian Foreland. So let's go to Tailfeather, actually. Let's go to Tailfeather. I think that might be slightly closer, but not by much. Yeah, yes, this is the right area. I knew as soon as I saw it, if I was right. Okay, so I need to go to well. As you can see, there's Angstream is where the dragons live, and there's this one here as well. It's about the same, not by much difference. Big oo. I think that's their tower where they nest. Alright, now, okay, he's going that direction. And sometimes it can be very difficult to see these, because these are like, these almost like sentient termites in a way. Okay, now this one's a little bit more sort of combat orientated. But it'll be the same thing. So same as before. See, now I've only got 9 left. It gives me 50, but 70 plus that. And then once I've done that, I would speak to, in this case, with this person. And it's, I believe, societal currency? Oh, that's swapping over. That was mixed up. Purchase items. This is where I can get things like, and as I progress through their rankings in terms of reputation, more things can be purchased. So it's just like, oh, rather than have to hunt around for a Mithrite nugget, I can buy this and, do it there. Of course, the other flip side to it as well is like, if I've got some spare cash and people want to be lazy, I can buy it and sell it for more than that and make a profit on the market. But you need to have the reputation to get there in the first place. So, right. Same again. I think actually I will do the Moogle stuff as well. Just so you can see what the crafting stuff's like. But I can't remember what it is. I think it's at some point they basically made the 3 tribal quests to be 1 combat orientated, 1 gathering orientated, 1 crafting orientated. Yeah, you got your 3 branches there. Okay, so I need to go. So you can see I've got to go here, here, and here, and then. Yeah, speak with another dragon. If I remember correctly, I'm gonna be lazy. The mummy dragon is like, can you go and find my wormlings because they got lost and it's time for dinner, or something like that. It's a. Here you go. Here's mummy dragon. Ah, no adventurer. Yep. Okay. Okay, so same as before, but not exactly the same, just similar. As you can see, there's one right up the north there. I'll just zoom into the smidge and you can see it a little bit easier. I'm going to do that one first, and then I'm going to come back and do the others. So like I work my way back towards, basically back towards here. Ah, yes, I have to. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do separately. I think the Vath Kintama Kintama is, I believe I get given a temporary mount and I have to use it to go and do a task. And generally that's the mount that you will get when you unlock it. It's like you like bonding, training, learning how the mount works and all that stuff. Okay, and now he's buggered off. Okay, and he's over there now. Faithful pup, I think he's going to go inside the cave. Yep. There's a... Oh. There he is. He's me alpaca. Okay. Yep. There's that one done. So now I'm going to head back to that, because I'm pretty sure that's that quest to pick up a temporary mount and then use it for the quest, to use its special ability to... Oh, we'll see. Chocobo Forest. God, what are the red chocobos still about? Those things are freaking dangerous. They really are. Oops, if I can come into land over here. Ah, yeah, there you go, yes. Okay, there you go. So you can see that new indicators have appeared on the map. And I have to basically ride the Konkomoto and use its fumigate ability on the distressed dragons. So like, and let's see if I can do this whilst I'm mounted. Damn it, okay. I was hoping I could do that whilst mounted, never mind. I don't have to oh yeah, I have to do this whilst I'm all mounted up, by the way. It's not those ones. There's one which is like right up at the top. Sorry. Flap those wings. And you can see it's distressed. And then I use my ability. I might get a bit closer. Yep, there you go. Excellent. Yeah. One done, two to go. Looks like there's two down here, and I'll just use them out to fly back to the other quest. Into land. I just have to. Just have to do it. And then there's another one over here. You can tell that because of the drop behind me. Yep. So whilst I'm here, let's have a little chat with Mummy Dragon. See how she is. Can't use it whilst mounted. Poop. There you go. So he's all nice and relaxed. So that's another two done. Oh god, that makes me feel ill with that one. It's fine walking on the ground, but the whole spinning bit is just like, oh, very disconcerting after a while. And I've gone out the wrong door. Okay, so I'm going over there. So this is what I said to do before. Excellent. One done. So generally, I always suggest to people that when they're doing this sort of quest is to just sort of do it in a route, right? Or just don't do them like where everyone's nearest. Otherwise, you'll be going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Just do them like in a sort of circle, clockwise, anti-clockwise, whatever you prefer. Whatever works for you. I generally tend to prefer go clockwise, but sometimes I live a little and go anti-clockwise. Yeah, because I'm a rebel. So that's eliminated that. Now to go and sort of go and find the OG version. It's just like, are you so-and-so? Nope. Are you so-and-so? Yep. Are you him? Nope. Are you? Yes. But the fourth one doesn't show up until you've spoken to the other three, so you can't be cheeky and go and find it beforehand. I've tried. Granted, that was a few years back. Oh, there you go. Parcel. Sometimes I try and do things too fast. There we go. They all three are now marked up. Goodbye. That faces as a one active brain cell. It's like a must eat cake. Ignore gravity, but just cake. Ah. And yes, again, so yeah, 15 of those. This is also a nice way of getting, you know, little bits of the Tombstones of Heretics, which is like the standard stuff that they use, which is going to come in very handy if you want to get certain gear and bits and pieces later. Like when I was doing the Mandeville quest. Like, okay. Now, always like to check just to see how close I am. As you can see there, I'm now. What have I done there? I'm a smidgen under a third, say. Yeah, 12. Yeah, I'm about a third of the way for that one. But that is just like 20. That is annoying. That is really annoying. Oh, but still, it gives me an incentive to do a couple more of these off stream or something. So, I mean, I do one. Yeah, there'll be some wasted reputation, and then I can then do some more, and then that'll be like the last tier, I believe. 7. I think 7 is the last tier until you get to 8, but then that's it. You don't have to earn any more rep. So that's Heaven's Ward. Stormblood, I'm 545. Shadowbringers 7. Yeah, I really worked on getting the 7 one because I believe 7 is when you get the mount. Level 8. Yes, I'm pretty sure when you get to level 7 you can get the mount. But when you get to level 8, once you get all of the ones in the group to level 8, there's like a separate quest, which is like, you know, doing like the entire region sort of thing. The Qitari are, I can't remember what those ones are. But the dwarf one, I want to get out to level 7 because they call them dwarves, but they're Lalafels in armor. Their mounts at level 7 is, if I remember correctly, like a little tank. So as you can see, you know, you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mounts you can get from that. 3, so that's 8. Another 3, 11. 14, 17. I believe Dawntrail will probably be the same. So they'll, but that's not going to count to like the first big patch, I think. But yeah. So now I'm trying to remember where I've got to go. It's Mogholm, I believe. I believe it's Mogholm. If not, it's in that general area. And that's a turn, obviously, activate in my crafter because you can't do crafting quests on, you know, combat orientated characters and stuff like that. So where is it? Where is it? I've got to go. No. Okay, so I was wrong. I was right general area, but wrong Aetheryte. So it's Zenith because that's where I've got to go, which is a fine finish. So let's because I'm let's go to culinarian because that's the one I'm focusing on first. So you see now it's changed. Back on colours has changed. Also, the good thing is, generally speaking, when you're doing like the gathering and crafting quests, you get a like a little protection spell or shield, which for the most part will protect you, but not if you go into a really high area or you decide you're going to attack. But it's more like they're going, yeah, but that individual's not a threat, we'll leave them alone. So, as you see, I'm sort of building up this stuff here for the mogs. Let's see. Moogles. Yep, I've not got much unlocked here. But, was it Koopo Nuts? Half Koopo Nut Exchange, there we go. So this is what you can get. I've got 68 of them, because I've been saving up. But this is where you can get like glamour pieces as well. Like for example, the Adept's Gown. Although technically it is gear, but if I try it on you can see, it doesn't look too bad. But what I've got is far, far superior. So this is the item I was where is it? I was talking. Is either that one or was it? Oh, there we go. Increases quality by 100%. So basically, that allows me to completely max out on crafting anything that is 10 levels below me, which is so handy when doing, like, well, quests like this. I mean, I've sort of got to grips with how crafting works. The trick that worked for me is to sort of think of it as if you're fighting one of the monsters. But you've got this, the shield, which is like the quality, and you've got the HP, which is the progress. If you can get their shield all the way down, you get a bonus. But you're aiming to get the progress as well. Again, it's not an exact metaphor, and there are, problems with that line of thinking. But it's a metaphor; it's not meant to be perfect. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Again, I've only got 6 allowances left now, so let's just. This one gets me. See, because I am such a high level above it, I am now only getting 1,000 XP from this. So I am not doing this for the XP because I have 14.2 million XP as a culinarian right now, and I need 15.3 mil. 1,000 XP is going to be a drop in the ocean. But I say it's the relations, and it gives me the Koopo Nuts. Again, what is it again? Some of these is like, oh, you need to go to this person, he's got the item, and then you need to bring it back here, make it for me, and we'll add it to the ongoing quest sort of thing. Like, I think this one is like rebuilding here, for example, improving all of that. So as I make progress in the reputation, this area will improve, all that stuff, really. Speak with the Masonry Moogle, Muddled Moogle, Mosaics Moogle. Right, so here you go. Here's the Masonry one. You'll say like something. Produce an abrasive. Okay, so they give me the items sometimes. Sometimes, if it's a crafting quest, they will often give you the items. If it's a gathering quest, it's just like, yeah, we need some ultra bananas. Go and harvest some for me, please. Okay, so it says here, synthesized stone masonry supplies. Now with crafting, there's different types of recipes, obviously. Now I'll say I'm as a culinarian, and these crafting ones, they are the same recipes throughout, just maybe the name is slightly different, just to differentiate. But essentially, it is the same. But I have to go to, I think it's where is it? Special recipes, and they used to call them tribal, but now they call them societies, which is fine. That's cool. So you see, I've done the Ixals, I'm now doing the Moogles, and I need to make stone masonry supplies, but that little icon there means they have to be high quality. So I can't just finish it, I have to finish it well. But lucky enough, this is where being over leveled is going to come in very, very handy. So I need to look for in my log stone masonry supplies. So there you go, stone masonry supplies. Now I can either do a quick synthesis or I can do a basic synthesis. Let's just do a basic so you can see how this works for me. Now, this is what I was talking about. Quality and progress. You want to get those. Progress is basically how far you've got. Quality is how good the item is, obviously. Now, durability is an interesting one because obviously you can't just keep working at the same item again and again, you know, like a demented monkey, without it breaking eventually. So this is not so much attempts, this is like how durable the item is, because you can repair this. You do have skills which grant you durability, but maybe they'll cost you crafting points, or you may have like a certain skill level before you can do it. It's very surprisingly involved, but also I don't say I found it easy, because some of these recipes can be very complicated. Again, it's like a fight, you know, it's like a combat rotation almost. But once you get to a high level, and like I say, because I'm lucky enough I've got this now, I can just do this. Yeah, trained, or I can go, let's see, I have a skill here which increases quality, and because of my skills and gear and everything, it's 100% success rate. Great success. However, if you notice, kind of today, it has crafting point costs. So again, you've really got to kind of treat it like a combat. You can regenerate, you can have potions, you can have healing, all that stuff. What you can also do as well is that you can have things which increase your XP buff. So let's say, for example, you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. No, I'm going to do it. I'll do it on the next one. I'll do it on the next one because I can't do it while I'm crafting. So now, as you can see, boom, using that, my trained eye skill, quality all the way up. You notice I've not made any progress because I still actually need to make some progress by doing something. But looking at this, it's more like a case of, that increases quality, that increases progress. So all I've got to do is just tap that, boom, and I'm done. Okay. And then I'll give it to the person it needs to go to, the muzzling Moogle. Hand it over. Always pay attention to the details. Yep. So the next one, I'll do it more. I won't do the. I won't do it with the master mode. Let me call it. I'll do it the more traditional way, so you can see how it's done. And I need to go all the way to the north, right? Of course I do. Of course. I like cats. Cute, adorable, but also a pain in the ass. The thing you'll remember with say the crafting is once you've mastered one of the recipes, and some people have done this, you can actually make a macro, and it's legit in game, that will do that recipe for you again. It's a little bit fiddly at times, but it can be done. And if it's something you're doing multiple times, but it's fiddly because you realise it makes you some coin, then it's worth making it as a in-game macro. And I've gone to the wrong spot. There you go. Okay. Now, if you mess this up, because you've been given the ingredients, you can just be like, yeah, I goofed. Can I try again? So, it's a synthesize effect shielding. Now you see here, I have to make 2 of them, but they don't have to be high quality. They can just be. Although you want to generally try to aim to high quality because you often get better better rewards, or like maybe some extra XP, or maybe some extra gil or something. So again, same to here. Etheric shielding. So looking down this, where is it? Etheric shielding. See, I have 2 of these. I'm going to do this manually first of all, so you can see what I was talking about before. So I need to get progress of 576. Ideally, 1,000. Now, once I go past the first step, I can't use that. But let's just pretend I haven't got that for the moment. Okay, so look at these. I have a choice between muscle memory, which increases progress, which I don't want. I want to go with this quality reflection. Now, this is an efficiency of 300%. It has a 100% success rate because of my stats and everything, and it has an additional effect, increases inner quiet stack by 1. Inner quiet is, where is it? It's somewhere. It's oh, it's gone. Where's it gone? Oh, you'll see. Right, so let's do this. Let's go with this. Boom. Quality's maxed out all the way. So there you go. Inner quiet effects ends up on use. So for every level of inner quiet I've got, this skill becomes more powerful. As you can then see, boom, I've lost 10 durability, which is like 1 blob, but I've still not made any progress. So the way I've arranged my bar is generally the progress stuff is along the bottom, the quality based stuff is along the top, and other bits and pieces, miscellaneous things, is in the middle. As with any of the classes, set it up in a way that makes sense for you. Like, I know a lot of people, I know because I do it myself, is I have the single attacks on this side, I have the multiple attacks on this one, like the area of effects and things like that. But you know, some people might have it so that the stuff that they use the most common is along there. Others will have like the ones they use the most common along the number ones, so they can hit them with their keys. Again, experiment with what works for you, especially with the different HUD layouts and other bits and pieces. You can set those up and so they can change for different classes. Some people have literally spent ages where they have 3 different layouts. They have their combat layout, they have their healing layout, and then they have their crafting and gathering layout. That way the HUD has a focus on different things. I mean, it takes a freaking age to do it, I won't deny it, but if you can do that and put it off, it works really well. But enough about that. Right, I am working on making this shielding. So yeah, progress. You can see some of these ones are active, like this one here, intensive synthesis. Now this gives me 400% efficiency on my progress. So like if I was to make like say 100, one point of progress, boom, that will turn it from 1 point to 400, which is like sweet. But you can see that this one is greyed out because it only works in the material condition, which is not the same to durability, but the condition is good or excellent. Instead, I'm going to go with rapid synthesis because that's going to give me 500% efficiency, but it has a 50% chance of going wrong and not working. And here, for example, careful synthesis, 180% efficiency, but 100% chance of it going right. So, this stuff here increases both progress and efficiency. Delicate. Now you've got progress at greater cost of durability, stuff like that. You know, you've got increases quality. There's all the different combo skills and stuff like that. But I'm just going to go with, for now, now this is another interesting one as well, veneration. It increases the efficiency of synthesis actions, which is like the actual crafting process, by 50% for the next 4 steps, which is like the next 4 button presses in effect. So look at this one. You can see here, basic synthesis is currently at 120%. Now, if I hit veneration, it still says, it's 120%. But you can see that it's up here. There we go. At 180%, there you go. It actually gives you the exact numbers, like progress and quality. So you can plan thinking, right, I need to get my progress up by at least 506. So looking at this, and this is actually a feature I completely forget is in the game. But see, so I can't use that one, but I could use this one, rapid synthesis, or things like that. It's not, all different things. It's the tools are there. They just don't really advertise them that much, to be brutally honest. So yeah, I'm just going to go with this just to sort of speed the process back up again. Now you can see quality is now excellent. So yeah, see, that increases progress. Boom, there you go. Absolutely perfect. But I need to make 2 of those, so I'm feeling lazy for the next one. I'm just going to do that. And there you go. Boom. All done. Yeah, I mean, it's I know some people will really do focus on gathering and crafting, and they can make, you can make some serious cash doing crafting and gathering, especially if you've got somebody to support you doing the actual gathering of the materials. I mean, you can do it yourself if you want to save cash, or you can go and buy it. But if you're working with someone who's you know what, I don't get on with the crafting, but I really like just going doing the gathering and chilling and the fishing and things like that. You two work together. They gather the stuff, you make it. You can make some serious cash. Oh, you can make even a lot of cash if you do it yourself, but now you then have to do double the work. But it's one thing I say to people if they don't get on with the crafting is, oh, that's what I was looking for. See, look, I was talking about the guys with the red thingies above the head. Right, very quickly switch to warrior. And right, there's one here. That means there's probably going to be another one around here somewhere as well. I mean, one needs to get these. Okay, I need one more. One more round. There they are. There they go. You know, even though I was in craft mode, it didn't even bother. It was yeah, I wasn't a threat. There you go, and hey, you get some Citrino seals and a little bit more XP there. Right, so just about to colour there in, because that's what I was doing thinking. There you go. Okay, so here, fast. I'm assuming I'm going to give it what I'm going to make it. I wonder what else flying over then. That was another. Okay, so this one I have to make a veneer component. You can see again, it has the little symbol there, which basically means you've got to make this of high quality. So again, veneer components, right there. Synthesize. Let's go with train die. Then there you go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Okay, hand that over. Speak with the muzzling Moogle. Where's that muzzling Moogle? Oh, he's the one who's right over there, isn't he? Oh god, it's about the same. It's a little bit further if I fly, but not by much. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I'll say that's what crafting essentially is. It's oh, mark to the southwest. Okay, that means there's a rare creature about to the southwest somewhere. Oh, there it is. What level is that? Level 60. You know what? I am going to switch to my bard. Because there you go. You've got me 5,000 gil and 100 Centurino seals. So change back to and this whole menu stuff I did. So I basically was I followed the guide, and this is all legit. This is not like mods or anything like that. This is something you can do in the base game. It's just it's a little bit fiddly. It works by using unused job bars, so you may find it a little bit fiddly to work with if you don't really understand it all that. But it is not a it's not impossible. It can be done. Just it's obviously bear in mind you're gonna find it a little bit tricky if you don't really understand how it works. But I can't explain it. I'll just say go find one of the guides. I wish I could find the guide I did. It'll make things a lot easier, and use that. Alternately, just experiment. Just experiment. Some people just actually have like the essentially like all the classes, like the more common classes they use. Like say if you weren't interested say in playing tanks, but you really like playing the different types of healers, you'd probably have the different healer ones up there, and then you could just go like click, 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 or whatever. So now I'm going to hand these in to the little shids. Good evening. Now, where is it? Oh, there it is. I think it's all three of them here. Mogek. Yep, there we go. Is it? After this, I've only got 3 left. So. It takes reduced by 50. That's it. I was going to do the other crafting quests in Tutorial. They're a little bit more involved and a little bit more complicated, but they're interesting. I'm going to do the gathering ones actually rather than the crafting ones. The gathering ones I think will be better. I can show you the more advanced sort of gathering and crafting quests then. I think, right, there you go. 150 and like, yeah, I didn't really get that much because obviously it's not a combat quest. So by looking at the reputation, that is still annoying me. Literally 20 more points and I would have hit the next tier with the Vanu. That is so annoying. Okay, so I've got 3 left. Now you can only do 3 each, but you can do any that you want. If you really wanted to, you could do 1 per day for each of these, or you could do 2 for, let's say, the Vanu and 1 for the VAF, or you could whatever. You can do no more than 3 because that's how many they issue per day, but you decide exactly what order you want to do it. I'm just working my way through them because it's just like you can see. That's okay, ages. This one I've been just plugging every now and then. I just get just like, you know what? Let's do a few more dailies. Like I don't do it every day. I don't get the chance to, but it's just something I just do every so often. So like, looking at this one, Stormblood. Okay, so I think it's 150. Oh, so that's again that's going to get me about 20 close. So I think I might do the Anata, which I think, if I remember correctly, are the snake ladies, like the Nagas. The Kojin are the turtles. The Anatas I think are the that sort of snake ladies. The Namazu are the derpy looking fish head dudes. I'm not kidding. They really do look like they share one brain cell amongst the entire tribe. It's they really have the most derpy expressions I've seen, but they do have some good stuff. So they just look, yeah. They're this game's versions of the Packlets. I'm just trying to think because it's, you know what, I'll get. This might be a gathering quest. Though having said that, I mean that's not that far off from hitting the next tier. So say if I get 100, 150. That'll get me 640, 690, and then that will be 30. So that'll be like 1, maybe 2 runs tomorrow. Then you've got the Namazu. And Namazu are quite hilarious. No. Stick to the OG plan. So switch back to Warrior. And I'm trying to remember where these are. So they do put them like in like one covers one area, one covers another area, one covers another. I think. No, it's not. I don't think it's Castrum Orioles. I think it might be Porta Pretoria. Yeah. It'll get me close. I can then look on the map. I mean, reasonably okay guessing where these things are. As you can see, I've also got quests, but I am saving those for my healers because they are simpler quests, and I want to use the more. How can I put it? I want to do the simple quests on my healers, basically. Or maybe not. I change my mind quite often. Okay. Right, no, this isn't the area. No, it isn't, because it's with the bridge. I know there's a big bridge that they're on. Okay. No, do not return to Gridania. In fact, no, 2.1 mil. Yep. Let's just have a look. Ah, here it is. Yeah, it's the fringes. Yes, here we go. So it is the fringes. Okay. So I can remember that they are there on the bridge. Again, more little quests and stuff like that. But again, these are the things I want to do. These are the things I just want to clear off. But I think I need to check which areas are, because I want to go down the areas and clear out each one in turn. But I can't remember where I've got to. So I'm thinking, once I do this, we'll take a quick jaunt back to Redania, just to sort of see what my retainers and if I've got any sales, and then after that I will do some more stuff with my White Mage and do some questing. Here we go. Yes, this is right. Yes, this sort of same as before. You see, because I've not really hit their max level or anything like that, I've got very little I've unlocked here. I've got the ventures, which is like standard stuff, good thing to do with this. Stuffed Anata, and the wind up Anata. And the Stuffed Anata is like a tabletop thing, but I'm running out of space in my apartment. So for now, I'm going to keep those. So I think I get the mount when I hit rank. I think it's rank 7 out of 8. So yeah, these will be the last dailies I can do for today, and it will reset every day. So there you go. I get 15, and I get those ones. Now I was wondering before why I didn't get those for the Poetics, but that's because it's for crafting and things like that. Crafting quests and the gathering quests are from a danger level. There's practically 0 danger when you're doing those quests. Not always, because there's occasionally ones where you have to do some combat, but it's easy enough to sort of switch to your combat class and do it. Also, as well, this is level 60. So. Yep. Before. Okay. As you can see again on the map, I need to go. Right, looking at this, so many of these. These are like level 60 and stuff quests. But I need to go to there, to there, 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 there. Yeah, if I go clockwise, feels like the best way, doesn't it? The dwarf mount is, I say, it's just like a little tank. I'm not kidding. It's like a little freaking little steam tank. It's brilliant. Yeah. Okay, so again, look for the objects. Oh, you can see that there. There's someone's been doing some stuff over there. You can see these things like level 67. Now I'm level 63 as a warrior, so this is getting into that. Ooh, this is getting a bit risky, sort of thing. Like, not mega risky, but it's like, yeah, I've got to be careful. You know what? Let's just see how I can do it. Okay, so we'll do one of those, one of those, one of those. Do that one, and let's do one. Let's get the damage buff. Get some more different mitigations along the top here. As you see, my health is like, yeah, it goes down, but every time I smack one of them, it goes back up again. The major issue I have with tanks, though, is when I've been playing as this job for a while, you start to get into the mindset of, I'm a tank, I can take this hit, not a problem. And then I go back to playing a squishy character like my summoner or whatever like that. It's just like, yeah, so oh, I'm dead. Like, yeah, different gear, different health buffs and all that. You got to be a lot more careful if you don't pay attention to what class you're playing as. Although warrior has, I think, definitely become my favourite so far tank. It's a toss up between, say, white mage and sage for healer. Ranged physical is obviously bard, because that's my main. But that's quite interesting though. Machinist is not too bad. It's okay. I just prefer bards. Dancer's good in a group. Dancer's really good in groups because they can give buffs and stuff like that to other ones. And Blue Mage is interesting. Blue Mage is very interesting because you can almost completely create a whole class from various abilities that you've found. Downside is you can't use it in the main duties because it's what's called a limited job. But yeah, if you like that sort of customization, going out and literally having to hunt down creatures for their abilities and, like, you know, absorb them and things like that, or at least there's spells, yeah, Blue Mage is a few. And Beastmaster, when it comes out, will be a version of that, but I think it'll be more focused on natural things rather than spells, so it's going to be interesting to see how they do that. Well, I still think it'll be like you taking on the properties of the creature, but we'll see. They've given very little information about it yet. Yeah, hostile presence. Good thing about these quests as well is that they level the creatures that you're fighting to your level. So I'm level 63 warrior. So you see, this is a level 63 woolly Moslin. I think there's a cap to how far it goes up to, but I've not tested that, so I don't want to say yes or no either way. Boom, there you go. One done. So, go down to there. And look for the destination thingy, which is right near the river. Look around. And I go just for a giggle, decimate. You see, when I did that, my my gauge dropped. That's like a very powerful attack, but you can only use it once this gauge hits a certain level. Like, for example, this costs beast gauge 50, which means I can only use it once the gauge is full, twice. If it was, like, say, beast gauge 30, I could use it 3 times or whatever. A few jobs and classes have stuff like that. Ah, look, see, look. They get both of them at the same time. Now let's do this. Also, let's do my mitigations. Oh yeah, let's give it a dude. Actually, he's alright. Yes. Oh. Okay, so I need to obtain some mushrooms. Because I'm gonna. Oh, I forgot to pick them up whilst over there. Fudge. See, you can see as a warrior, my bar is pretty empty because, warrior. Unga bunga, basically. Warriors are not exactly the most challenging of tank classes, and in a way that can actually, for some people work against them because you want a class that's going to be fun to play. And if you're just like, yeah, I'm getting bored just like pressing 1 2 3 1 2 3 mitigation, 1 2 3 1 2 3 mitigation, that can be boring to some people. Some classes can be very involved, lots of button presses, but can be really flexible in what they can do. The downside is they're very flexible in what they can do, so it can be more challenging to learn how to play them optimally. But like Pictomancer is very flexible compared to the Viper, I've noticed. The downside is, one, it is what I call a turret class, in that you pretty much have to stay still to use your abilities, but they make up for it by being a little bit more flexible, plus they can have some really heavy hitting spells. But that's something I think a lot of people would agree with who have played this is, yeah, like I struggle with the Astrologian class, even though I find it the whole fascinating, like using like Uanja does, like the tarot cards to give yourself buff, to do healings, to do other bits and pieces. It's a fascinating concept, but I find it's just a little bit too much going on for me to really process properly. Whereas the Sage is more like a shield-based healer. It's like they prevent the damage happening in the first place, but they can heal. But they are not. That's not their role. Their role is to like, right, okay, I've got some shields up around you. I can do little bits of healing when I attack, but if that shield drops, you're going to need someone to do some serious healing. I can only heal, like, that's the thing, sort of thing. And the white mage is more like, oh, you're dead. Not anymore. Like, back on your feet, soldier. Also, white mage is almost like a combat mage. I'll show you when I get back to the thing. It's so yeah, Scholar, like I say, is almost like the twin for Summoner, whereas the Summoner summons creatures to basically do the attacks. The Scholar summons like a fairy to do healing. So they are very similar. Just one's attack, one's to heal. And yeah, the Astrologian is more like, I think it's a well-played Astrologian can do some amazingly good stuff. Problem is, when I play as Astrologian, I'm not too good at it. Yeah, I'll say it. I'm going to go through Gardenia, and it's nice and safe. I'll go through the different healers so people can see what I'm talking about a lot easier. It's hand these in. Yeah, here you go, have some moss. So I've got to head back to Gardenia anyway. Yeah, 60. A little bit of XP there. Not a huge amount because I'm doing this mainly for the the trade items, the poetics, and the rep. The gil and XP is just a little cherry on the cake. It's nice, I mean 64k, but when I'm on 496 out of 1.6 mil, 64k isn't a huge amount. I mean, that's where the bar is there. It's just hovering above the 0. Now it's just hovering up after the 0. So it's not by much. It really is not by much. But is this a let me just see. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. This is another rep quest. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna do this. I wasn't expecting to get one of this. Good to see you, Farah. You know, I'd say our work is progressing quite nicely. There's still time left, but even if Mava were to arrive tomorrow, I think she'd be impressed. A bit early beside that. Oh, didn't run you there. Hello. What needs to be finished before she comes back? I have a hard time going to your mother with the place as it is now. Of course, the Castellium is no longer under threat of demolition, and the Griffin statues are very nice, but it's still more or less the same as when we arrived. What about the old storerooms we converted into overnight lodgings? Yeah, I was just getting to that. You doubtless know from my personal experience, Farah, this whole area is crawling with dangerous creatures. Yeah, and I'm one of them. Adventurers and soldiers can hold their own against them, but merchants and returning refugees are easy targets. We've seen a lot more of them now that the Guardians have withdrawn. That's why I suggested we put down some beds in the old storerooms. I haven't actually had a look yet, but I'm sure Alpa took care of it. Probably a few things need improving though. Now someone's actually spent the night here, we can get them put in. The visitor from Gridania who slept here should still be about. Why don't we start with him? Yeah. So yeah, this is, let's say, it's a if it's got something like this, like with a bluish purple mark, that generally means it either unlocks something or it's the next stage in an unlock. Those are the ones you know if you think to yourself, oh, I'm overwhelmed by all the quests. Those are the ones you want to do first, but the side quests are generally worth doing because you get, I mean, not such for the XP. Yeah, don't do them for the XP. Do them for like the story, sometimes the extra bits and pieces, and sometimes when you get to the end of a quest chain, like I had one like in Ishgard the other day, and I got all the way to the end of it, and I unlocked. And let's see if I can do it. Okay, let's see if this works. The spectacles emote. So imagine if she was actually wearing glasses, it'd be doing the ting type thing. But obviously, because I'm not, I'm wearing the bandana. It is a, yeah. That I unlocked because of doing like a quest chain. I just thought, screw it, let's just get this one done. And that was like one of the rewards at the end of it as well. Plus, rather nice fashionable glasses, which is good. So, I say to people, don't sleep on the side quests. Do them, you know, if you want to just like top up your XP. Don't do them expecting to get boom an extra level. Just, you know, even if it's just like to get them off the map. But yeah, they're worth doing. But as I say, I save them for my non-main classes. There's other things as well, which I'll probably be going over next week, which is the I think they call them the deep dungeons. There's 3 of them now in the game, and they are semi-roguelite things where you can get decent loot, you can get experience, you can get glamour stuff. But I'll cover that next week. That'll be my focus for next Friday, I think, because you can do it in solo or you can do them in groups. But no, focus. Quite good fun. I once did like a whole day working on it. Can I help you? Well, by a day I mean like about 6 hours. With breaks, obviously. Having stayed overnight in our lodgings, would you say you slept well? I wasn't expecting to find anywhere to stay, and I was full glad to be offered shelter. Otherwise, I've been travelling in the dark with only the beast breathing down my neck to keep me warm. Having said that, it's a bit soon to be calling them lodgings. I would appreciate something to lie on besides the floor. The floor. I heard the travellers prefer to sleep in proper beds, so I had some brought over from Viranelaya. I didn't see anything like that. I'll probably Yeah. They probably gave him what they would consider to be a bed. It's like, Alpa, you did give him something to sleep on, didn't you? Of course I did. Maybe it'd be quicker if I showed you, yes? Right here. These side quests, so the tribal quests, I honestly think they should be character unlocks. I imagine trying to do the armor and everything else like that for the Naga snake people would be a nightmare. It's bad enough being like as a Vieira and stuff like that. Oi, maybe if they gave them like as a glamour, so like they would look like it, but you wouldn't get the stats. Maybe. But again, I suspect there's probably not that many people who would do it. That's worth justifying it, but I don't know the numbers. Yes, Captain. Yeah, it's like, you had one of these in your room, didn't you? I did. You mean I'm supposed to sleep on that? Allow me. Yeah, this is going to be a perfect bed for her. See? Yeah. This is how we and Atta go to sleep. We just curl up like this and we're perfectly comfortable. Yeah. Perfect bed for her, but that looks like a... I don't know what that's made of, marble or possibly. So I mentioned that it's nice and cool for them, relaxing. They've got a place they can sort of just, rest their head. But yeah, that would be very uncomfortable to sleep in. For us humans, anyway. And Vieira, obviously. It's like, oh. That laugh. You scaly pated imbecile. Do you think we can just coil up like that? Get up, would you? Fine. Oh. She did her best, bless her. Like, there was nothing malicious behind it. It's just what they call it, cultural expectations. That's partially my fault, I suppose. I should have made sure that Alpa knew what a guest room actually is first. Exactly, it's not her fault. She did her best. I think you should apologise for laughing. To be honest, it's been a while since I stayed in a decent inn myself, so I'm probably not in any position to give proper advice. Fair. Any thoughts? And nothing builds character like cold hard floors. Like, no. Well, we could just head to one of the villages nearby and with a guest room and ask around. Builds character. Oh, I despise that phrase. Come to think of it, there are several inns with travellers at Aligiri. Exactly. Good idea. We might find someone who can come here to tell us what this place is missing. Yeah. I said to the inns. Yeah. You go speak to people in the inns. I'll have a very close inspection of the bar. For reasons. Okay. Where am I going? Alright, so yeah. There you go, to Aligiri. Yeah, some of these little quest chains, like I said, the ones that are quite funny. Like I'm quite partial to the Mandeville quests, which are absolutely ridiculous. Oh, hello, what's this one? Oh, logic. Okay, it's part of this quest. Well, logic, did you say? We'll try to get people who used to work in Goodblade. Of course, it's not more than rubble now, so the old residents are looking to apply their trades elsewhere. A bloke called Gale used to run an inn and he's at pride in his work. You should find him still moping around there. Thank you. Right. This one's over, and I think this... Is that down below there? Yes, down below there. Yep. Nice accommodation? Sorry, I need here for the time being. Might be worth asking around though. Right, I'll give it a try. So, yeah. You want me to go all the way to Castellium Fernandina? Oh, I'd love to help, but I've got my hands here full as it is. Okay. Everyone's a busy bunny. You can't all be busy, can they? You find anyone? No, they're man and girls. And he was an innkeeper. Perfect. Let's go and look for him. Yeah. What the quest to do, and these are things I want to start clearing out on the Friday. Just again gives me an excuse to keep playing the game, really. And as I go from area to area, if I say my I don't call it my healer or whoever it is I picked isn't of a appropriate level, I'll just move to another class. But I will primarily focus on them. Also because I want to get used to playing as a healer again. I mean, tanks are, I'm not going to say are difficult classes to play. Like in terms of rotation and stuff like that, tanks are surprisingly easy to play in that regard. So a lot easier. I mean, obviously some are a little bit more complicated than others, but as a general group, the tank classes of this are surprisingly easy to play. Where they become difficult is knowing where to stand and the dungeon mechanics. But as I've mentioned before a few times, there are the trust system and the duty support. Now the duty support basically covers this. So it's like, where is it? The trust stuff is, I'll just call it up again. Where is it? Trust. Yeah. Now, so as you can see, I'm a little more difficult, but so you can see here, in effect, it's sort of like the duty support covers all the dungeons. The trust stuff covers the more. It's a little bit more complicated than it first looks, but you can customize the group. So, for example, right, I'm playing as a tank here, and if I want to do, let's have a look. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. If I wanted to do, say, the Siren Song C, I'm level 63, so these will be level 61. These will be level 65, and so on and so on. So as you can see there. And they are not optimal for the doing dungeons, but they are great if you want to learn how to do them without the pressure of doing a doing a public group. Like it obviously anyone who's watching the stream would have seen it come up with you can either do it with the NPCs or you can do it with player characters. Player characters tends to be more of a faster run, and if you die when you're working with the support ones, you pretty much have to go back to the beginning. But that's something you have to factor in. But if you're just trying to learn, or get your sort of get your skill levels up, then yeah, the trust support system is definitely worth a go. Is it? Yeah, the trust stuff only kicks in Shadowbringers, whereas the duty support covers pretty much all of them now, I think. Where is it? It's just where is it? Another one. Yeah, because I'm trying to think. Yeah, see, it goes all the way up to Dawntrail. And where is it? I'm trying to think. There's some of these. Yeah, I think some of these are the trials as well. But yeah, I mean, if I really, really wanted to, and this is something I might do, I'm not saying I definitely will do, but I might do, is I might go through all of these as the different classes. Like, now I'm level 63, so I could literally just do that and go through and it boom, 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 boom. But it's a level 15 dungeon and I'm level 63. So it will scale me down, I think. Oh, it's these ones who scale me down. Here's one of them. Yes, some of them will scale you down, some of them won't. But yeah, I'll do that again, probably in one of the future streams, but not tonight, probably not next week's one, but we'll see. Alright. What brings you the good blade, though? Well, what's left of it? Actually, I might even do it today. See how much time there is left in it. We'll see. I'll do it as a healer. Yeah, I'll do it as one of the healer ones. Oh, I see. You say my advice might prove beneficial? Very kind of you to ask, but I should warn you. Failure seems to follow me everywhere I go. He's a ray of sunshine, isn't he? Since the fall of good blade, I've tried working elsewhere. Never seems to last long because everyone takes such a dislike to me. Can't say I blame them. I'm no good to anyone. Yeah, it's because you keep pissing on your own cornflakes, mate. But we heard you were a fine-rate innkeeper. Did you put that experience to good use by helping us? And if you say so, I'm just worried that I'll go all the way to the Castellium only for you to change your mind and turn me away. Just my luck, yeah. We wouldn't do that. We need you. Hello, cat. Hello. Let's head for the Castellium. I'll explain more on the way. You really are a... God, you really are shedding again. It's like, I swear, I can hoover, fill up the receptacle, and then that is a cat's worth of hair covering the floor once more. You really do shed a lot of hair, madam. Really do. Look at it. It's fluff. This has all just come off you just now. But then again, I suppose it's your summer coat. This is one of the reasons why I keep rubbing my nose, because her hair's getting everywhere. Oh, of course, I think I forgot what it was. Oh, that's it. Yes, I need to install Midnight Sun over the weekend, ready for next week. Okay. I am not promising I will 100% will do a full playthrough of that, but I will definitely give it a fair shot before I make that decision. Because it looks like one of those ones that watching someone play it, I can enjoy it, but it may just be, yeah, this is too annoying. But hey, I didn't pay anything for the copy, so that's worth giving it a try. Oi, scrawny little turd. Are these supposed to be guest rooms? It's an insult. Is something amiss, Chaos? You're bloody right, something amiss. Why would anyone torture themselves by sleeping in this shithole? Bed's not fit for a chocobo, and that's another thing. Where's chocobos meant to stay? Oh. So this is why he has trouble keeping... wrong words. Oh, so this is why he has trouble keeping a job. Alright, Chaos, I hear you loud and clear. I'll do whatever it takes to turn this place around. You bugger all about the treat guests. You got the right attitude. Let's get to work. That was saying there's nothing for chocobos at all. So we'll start with that. We need a stable and troughs for food and water. Wait, you over there. Any wood or metal we can use? Not really know. I know a few places you might be able to get some though. I'll arrange to have some timber collected. There should be some piles of scrap metal over at Castellium Corvoy. Oh, don't worry, I'm not expecting you to lug it right here by yourself. Gatekeepers can take care of that. I just need you to prepare for transport. We should have a mode crush it underfoot to break into smaller pieces. If you speak with Daxina, she should be able to get one ready. She's just outside the gate. Alright. Oh, is this where I just have... Oh, well, okay. Oh, this might be like a sort of another mount one, which is like, yeah. It's an elephant! It's an elephant! Oh, this has got to be the mount that you get from these ones. It's got to be. You wish to ride the mount? For what purpose? On crush stuff. Ride on the elephant. I see. Flashing a few steel plates should pose no difficulty for a married. They are even stronger than they look. Should you be separated from the married, it will return to me of its own volition. Once the work is complete, you may dismount as you please. I has. Yeah, this is the same like the other one I was doing with the flying around and doing with the dragons earlier. So yeah, this is the mount that you get from this reputation, and this is the trample quest. So movement. And they can fly. Yes. I forgot they could fly. I'm reminded of a certain song with some singing crows. How about another airborne pachyderm? There you go. Excellent. Yeah, that was just a sample to show how to do it. So yeah, I think from this point on, every so often, like wherever comes up in the rotation, I will probably get a quest that's like, yeah, take the married and go and stomp on some stuff, crush things for us. But she seems to like you. Will you stop headbutting my hand, madam? Okay. There we go. Ah, we're back. Where's the scrap? Yeah. Elephant. It'll be here soon. Can't wait. Best chocobo stables you've ever bloody seen. First, excuse me, I'll get Appa to make some beds. If she bugs it up, I'll have a guts for girls. Ah, don't. She's doing her best, dang it. Ah, what do you think? Not bad. I see one of those like sort of hammock beds. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. Just sit up and got a bit there so you don't roll off of it. Yeah. Indeed. I made all the sheets myself too. Oh, even if it was a speciality of the Anata, you know. Compared to the headdresses and clothing we usually make, this was simple. To be honest, there's no point in having a skill if you don't know what to do with it. Yeah, that's true. That's why I'm glad Gales is here. I'd be lost without his advice. But I'm making clues when it comes to the Anata. I've been guided by them my whole life and I know next to nothing about them. Well, now's your chance to learn, sir. We may have our differences, but we share a common song. We can learn a lot from each other. What are you doing? Yes, I think so too. You've really made a difference here, fella. I'm sure I'll need your help when more people start passing through our gate. So, hopefully, this will start to change what this area looks like slightly, like it did with the Mugu area and the Namazu. It's like you're helping to build the area back up, sort of thing. Ah, that reminds me. I should try out one of the new beds. Alright. This is going to be interesting. First met Alpa. I heard she was captain of the Villadinha gatekeepers. Didn't know what to expect. It was worth the journey, though. I'm glad he's calmed down a bit. Yeah. So I was like, oh, she's fallen off of it, isn't she? Ah, I guess it's not as sturdy as it looks. I just hope her mother doesn't show up now. And they don't even show it, it's off camera. After what happened to Good Blade, well, I was finished. Up asking me to come here could be the fresh start I've been looking for. Oh, see, you don't like it when it's done to you, do you? Okay, so I think this should hit. I know, on a yeah, chocolate stables. So yes, the area should look slightly different now. Not by a huge amount, but just slightly. Yeah, I'd say that's more of a couch than a bed. But, if it's only guest rooms have been added to the cash from Villadena. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, if that's like one per bedroom per chamber, then that's not bad. Reputation level up. Excellent. You achieve respected reputation with Devere. Your Viewer Society daily quests are now available. Yep. Furthermore, you'll be able to undertake these 3 additional quests from... There we go. These additional quests will become available after accepting all current daily blah 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 blah. And a wider selection of wares from Madeira. There we go. Yes, there we go. Yeah, it has changed it. So I remember before it was like, yeah, it's just whatever. No, it's just empty now. So yeah, no, can I actually go in? These rooms have been set aside for those passing through the cash room. Okay. Okay, so I can't actually go in there. Alright, fair enough. Okay. Alright, fair enough. So yeah, it's like a sort of general rest area. Alright. And let's see what else is unlocked under the merchant. I know, I love you too. You're being very affectionate. You're doing that flopping on me that you want attention and kisses, and you're getting grumbly because I'm not paying you attention. I'm talking to the internet. Cats. They are adorable and pain in the butts at the same time. And this is marked red for some reason. Why is that marked red? Am I not the right level to do it? Oh, it's because I don't have any allowances, that's why. Okay. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Right, so let's see what else I've got in there. So yeah, still got only the false nails under armour. Under weapons. Accessories and others. There we go. See now, got a couple of extra things there. Also one specific thing in particular. Boom etiquette. The Salacious Sentiments. An illustrated manual of vulgar reactions to lustful advances. So basically this is an emote. So I'm going to get this. And I believe this is the only place you can get it, is with this thing on. So let's, yeah, it's going to cost me 5 tokens. Yeah, that's fine. And you know what? I'm going to, no, that's fine. So, is it? Okay, so I've now done the emote Charmed. Okay, you know what? Let's change to White Mage. Someone said the whole face. Let's go with White Mage. There you go. Now, this is not typical White Mage attire, I would grant you, but I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, let's test out this new emote I've got. Which is it? It's the Charmed, isn't it? That one. There we go. Oh, so it means charmed as in, yes, hypnotized type charmed, rather than yeah, because they're like they're sort of they've got the snake ancestry, so they're doing that sort of hypnotic charmed rather than charmed, I'm sure. All right, can you move your head? Thank you. Resting your head on the armrest like that means I can't put my arm down on it. Cheeky little monster. Alright. So yeah. This is my level 61 White Mage. I should give Jessica a cabbage. This is like my, I suppose you can say this is like the equivalent of the beast gauge I had before, like for the warrior. As it builds up, little lilies will come up along here, and certain powerful effects will cost 1 blood lily. Let's say here, for example, here, a flatus rapture, which sounds like flatus, which sounds like farting, and I'm juvenile. Now that restores HP and the HP of all nearby party members, which is, as you imagine, quite handy. And it has a potency of 300, and it also nourishes the blood lily. So let's see if this works. Ah, no. This is... Oh, that's because that's level 76. That's why I don't have that yet. Here we go, like holy. Yeah, some of these ones will cost these things here. Like, for example, no, what's that doing? That should not be there. What is that for? What? There you go. Alright, okay. So, like, for example, oh, there you go. Ah, yes, this is it. I was thinking of the wrong one. Yeah, this is the more, this is like a sort of different version of it. This just gives like instant heal of 700 potency, and it costs 1 lily. So that's like an emergency, bam, as a heal. Now, technically speaking, I really only have 4 attack spells. I have, as a white mage, I have stone, which is just basic like pew pew pew. There's arrow, which is damage over time, not that great. There's holy, which isn't too bad, but it has a nice side effect of very briefly stunning people. So if everyone's coming towards you and you just go like boom, and they just get stunned, great. Problem is you can't do it too many times because you start to build up a stun resistance. So it's nice. Then you know your tank or DPS should then bring the pain. And then there's this one as well. Unaspected damage, which means it's just basic damage. So, and over here we've got things like cure, thin air. Next time we've also got divine. We've got asylum, and there's restores all of a target's HP, which is very, very helpful. There's also you can see here raise. Now raise resurrects the target to a weakened state. So yeah, white mages. I think all healers do have a different version of it, but this is the way I've set it up for here. Now I've also got here the swift cast ability. Now once every minute, I can use a spell instantly. So you know you're in a dungeon, the tanks dropped, and you're like, oh god. You go swift cast and then you do raise. So it basically becomes a rather than being almost 8 seconds, which is outside of combat, not ain't bad. But in combat, 8 seconds is a long time. So yeah, having something like swift cast and then raise, very helpful. Now, as I said earlier about positioning things, this is another example. Right, no, let's head back to Gridania because I need to do that anyway. This is another example of what I was saying about position your skills and abilities on your hotbars in a way that makes logical sense for you. As I say, I tend to keep them in roughly the same location no matter what job I'm doing. Just then I don't have to think about like, wait, do I have my area attacks over here, or do I have it over there? Do I do this? Do I do that? No, it doesn't work that way. Not for me anyway. Now you can see down here, these are all my healing abilities on my these are all my healing abilities on my hotbars. So that, say for example, I could just like click on that person and I could just go heal. But I couldn't because they just disappeared. So stuff like that. Yeah, the different healers have really good different effects. Now I know some people really do get on with dash loading, but it's the one I personally struggle with, and once I've done this I'll show you why. That's something you've done that one. And what have you done here? Oh, a Shadow of Healing. But that's a level 70 item, so I can't use that at the moment. But that's fine. It's fine. Nice. That's it. 2,000 was sold. Let's see what you found. You found a Ring of Fending, which is good for Gladiator, Marauder, Paladin, Warrior, Dark Knight, and Gunbreaker. But again, level 73. So it's pointing me under good for that character. Let's see what have I got that can be sold. Nothing in there. Yeah, got a lot of crafting stuff there. Let's see what we've got in the trainer. And yeah, things are starting to. Yeah, it's definitely starting to. 344. Let's go with 320. Yeah. Anything I've got spare, I will just dump in there. Also, added bonus: if I'm doing some crafting and I just happen to have some stashed away, it will say, where have I got? Do I have any of these Aurum Regis ingots? and I can just go, you know what, let's just search for it. Search for the item. And it will tell me if I've got the item and where it's located. So here it's telling me it's on my, my retainer Ethan Redfield, and I have 8 regular ones and 2 high quality ones, and it's in block 3, which is block 1, block 2, block 3. So it's like, there you go. I find it. Excellent. Okay. That's done. I'm probably going to get enough time to do any of the quests and stuff like, because I am shattered. Absolutely shattered. This week's been surprisingly busy for me. I'm almost finished at work with my my latest project, which is a description generator for kaiju. I've got a few other things I need to add, like, but basically it's I've had to do some research into kaiju, and some of the names are pretty interesting. There's a lot. There's a lot. But it's sort of like it adds them together, and then adds like a title or prefix to it, like Mecha or Ultra or, you know, King and things like that. And yeah, some of them it may accidentally, not on purpose, create existing ones. No, that's not. But no, that's just the way things go, unfortunately. Yeah, there. Let's find a nice little spot, and to don't keep spamming people with my. Over here will do nicely, I think. Yeah, over here will do nicely. So yeah, this is, and the gear's probably going to be the same for most of the healer classes. But the white mage is, as you can see, the white mage is all about the healing, and it also has a pretty decent ultra. Yeah, I had. There was a few of them I had to remove from the list of possibilities, because. Not for copyright reasons, because, you know, that so many bloody kaiju, often literally. Oh yes. What was it? Yeah. Unfortunately, because like the names have become like in 2 parts, like, you know, like Kr and Is would, you know, combine together to become Chris, or Moth and Mothra, you know, things like that. A couple of them I had to remove because the names were, you know, quite by accident, would make something that might be a bit on the rude side. Now, I don't mean rude as in, you know, 12-year-old, he said bum, rude. No, because no, that stuff would be left in there. In fact, I'd probably put it in there deliberately. Now, I'm talking more sort of, shall we say, derogatory terms. I'll just leave it at that. It was one of those. That word looks like it's. Oh, okay. I should have to be removing that part. Get rid of that. So don't be having that again. As a few may have slipped through, especially like when we look in other languages. But I beg your pardon. Yeah, and that's something I've got to be very careful with in my job, is that seeing combinations of stuff that go together in ways that are unintendedly bad. I mean bad, I mean bad. I'm not going to say what one of the words was, but it was, definitely not, let's just say definitely not a phrase you would say in front of your nan. I'll leave it at that. So, yeah, so yes, the white mage is healing magic, little bit of DPS, plus also I've got a few utility things over here like sure cast, which means if I've got like a spell I really don't want to be interrupted in casting, like say for example I've already used Swift's cast and there's a big thing coming up, but I need to make sure that I can raise this person without it being interrupted. That's what sure cast is for. It means, you know, it's like hyper focus, and I can only do that once every 2 minutes. So there's lucid dreaming, which is very helpful. In fact, I might move that one. I'll say once every 60 seconds. But what it does is it restores my magic points over 21 seconds. Again, not necessarily something you want to be using all the time, but it's handy to just use whenever it comes off cooldown. Because that little bit of extra MP may just be enough to give you the the energy you need to raise the tank or the DPS who fell into the fire, i.e. me. So presence of mind. Now that is that just basically means you just go like, and all your spell cast timers, recast timers, and auto attacks delays are reduced by 20%. So, and you can only use that again once every 2 minutes, but it could also mean that will go a little bit faster. The recharge on that would recharge a little bit faster, like 20%. So in effect, it takes off, 20%. Really good. And I think that's something all healers can do. But there's different versions of it. So, like at level 86, I get Aqua Veil. Now, some of these ones I can't use, but, and this is something I recommend to everyone to do if they do decide they're going to play this, is to open up this actions, and this will show you all your abilities and traits. So you can say, for example, here like stone, you get that at level 1, and so on and so on. So I'm like, what? My healer's level 61. So the next spell I'm going to get will upgrade stone to the stone tier 4. And at the moment, it is free. So that's like what? 220 potency? And that'll kick it up to 260. So that's a nice little buff there. But at level 66, I get access to Divine Benison. And that's reading off the tooltip here. And yes, read your tooltips. I know some of them will be, what the flip is all of this? But that's what the wiki's for. Also, by saying it out loud, it sort of helps reinforce it to myself, especially to myself, to read the tooltips, or go and bimble around in one of the the duty support dungeons or something like that. So that way, if anyone dies, it's fine. It's fine. No, you sit there. So this, for example, creates a barrier around self or target member that absorbs damage equivalent to a heal. So whatever my heal stuff is at 500 potency, let's just go with 500 for now, then it would heal that equivalent amount as if I had stopped the damage from doing. And that lasts for 15 seconds. Then you got some of these names that are just a mouthful. Plenary Indulgence. That grants confusion to self and confession, not confusion, confession. Party members under the effect of confession will receive additional healing upon receiving HP recovery. So basically that means like if I cast it on say the tank and then later on within the time frame I cast a second healing spell, that healing spell becomes more potent on anyone I've cast that on or who's within range. Stuff like that. Yeah, white mages, really good healers and surprisingly good in combat. Like surprisingly good. It is this because of Holy. Even though they technically only have 4 abilities, this is probably the... If Warrior is probably the most simple of tanks to play. Again, not necessarily the worst. That's all a matter of opinion. But if Warrior is the simple tank, White Mage is the simple healer. Now, simple doesn't mean bad. It's just pretty easy. It's like heals, cut the damage. Heals, that's it. Maybe the occasional res if you're unlucky. So, let's go to the next one. The next one is Scholar. Now, as I said before, in similar sort of outfit, Scholar is essentially the healing version of the Summoner. And I summon a little fairy. And it has very similar abilities and things like that. You'll also notice over here, it has a pet bar. Because I can control them. Now, these ones work slightly different. In that, you have the healing, you have a little bit more sort of damage over time sort of things. This is where things overlap a bit with the Summoner. But here you have Physic. Now, Physic is not a great... It is not a great healing spell. It really, really isn't. You're relying on your fairy to do the healing. you're just more. I mean, I'm going to have to rearrange this bar at some point, but yeah, you're. Here, for example, Art of War, basic damage. Aether Drain, which is to power some of the more powerful spells. So here, for example, restore. Now, this is an instant spell, which is really freaking handy. The downside is it costs 1 use of the Aether Flow, which is this little thing, this little bar here. So for most of the healing will be done via this, but occasionally, not by doing certain attacks, you'll do that. Now, something else as well. Especially this is what the other ones had. Isuna. That is such a great little thing. Someone gets hit with a debuff. You might be able to do that. Use that. Not all of them, but some of them. So yeah, that's her. So he's got emergency, transforms the next galvanized and other bits and pieces. I'm not going to go into all of them again. Again, this is more sort of that one. As you can see, yeah. This is also slightly more passive compared to the White Mage, but it makes up for it by being a little bit more combat orientated. I'll say it is the healer version of the Summoner. And it's one of the reasons why if I level up Summoner, this one goes up as well. And if I level up Scholar, Summoner will level up. So you, in effect, you will get 2 classes for the price of 1, which is really freaking helpful. Okay. So, next is... what was it? What was the next one? Astrologian. Yeah, this is the one I find a little bit more fiddly. Bye, Fairy. Now, again, similar sort of thing compared to the White Mage. You have damage over time, you have your basic stuff here. Earthly Star is not a bad thing. You've also got Gravity, which again does basic damage. You also have Sinistry, which is it's an effect bond between target members. Each time you cast a single healing spell on yourself or a pipe member, that other members blah 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 will also recover healing. So again, good one to cast on, let's say, a tank. But this is where the Astrologian shines, and also is where I have the greatest difficulty. Now, I will admit they have simplified this quite a bit since when it first came out. It was a lot more fiddly and a lot more involved. But you could pull off some really fantastic moves with it. You basically have tarot cards, and you can see here I've assumed it. I've placed it here, so basically this one will play whatever card comes up there. This one will play whatever comes up there, and this one will play whatever comes up in that slot. So what a lot of them do, and you can only do this once every sort of roughly a minute. Astral draw. So this gives you 3 semi-random cards. Like there's I think you can. Yeah, I think there used to be an ability that allows you to redraw it and things like that. But let's just show you what I'm talking about. It's Astral Draw. Okay, so here, for example, the balance. Now, this increases damage dealt by a party member or myself by 6% if the target is melee, DPS or tank. So looking at that, it's red. I think to myself, red. I want to cast that on the melee or the tank. Then I've got the arrow. Increases HP recovery via healing actions. So any other healers in the group, or myself, their healing abilities become 10% more effective. This is one of the sort of ones I'm probably going to have to sort of write down like on a post-it note or something. I'll just have it like stuck underneath the desk, just to show that it's like, right, if I have the balance, melee, DPS or tank. If I have the arrow, any healer. Now here, the spire, for example, creates a barrier, and that can go for anybody. It creates a barrier around self or target party member that absorbs damage equivalent to a heal of 400 potency. So, and that lasts for 30 seconds. So if I can just like sort of click on myself, or Jaska's with me and go, boom. There you go. So I now have a nice little buff down there for 30 seconds, and you can see the card has disappeared. Now, this has changed now. It says draws the spear, the bow, and the ura from the divine index. So if I click on that again, I now have. There we go. healing over time effect to your party member. So again, I can just cast it on myself. There you go, and it shows the next 3 cards: the balance, the arrow, and the spire. So again, they have changed it because it used to be sort of randomized, but I think it looks like now it'll actually tell you what your next things are. Plus, there's also a what do you call it? A secondary effect sort of thing. So yeah, you know what? This actually has simplified things quite a bit now they've changed it. Oh, this is it. Yeah, just yeah, a little bit more fiddly, but not as bad as it was when. Well, I say not as bad. I know some people did bemoan that it's like, oh, they've dumbed it down, but to be fair, the Astrologian was a complicated class to play, but it made up for it by having some awesome moves. So it's like, yeah, I do not expect every class to be simple. Hello. So yeah, this is like, for example, if I click on this now, again, you'll see that these 3. Now there you go. See, I've now got 3 different ones. I've got the balance again, which is damaged by a party member or self, the arrow, and the spire. So again, and it's now changed this to Umbral Draw, and it cycles back around it again. Plus also, was it collective unconsciousness? That is really handy. That's a really handy one. Asuna for getting rid of debuffs. Again, Swift Cast as well, and Ascend, which before, was it on the White Mage, I think it was called Raise, but on the Astrologian it's called Ascend, but essentially it's the same ability. So that's why I put it underneath Swift Cast, so I can just go, oh god, this character's dropped. Hit Swift Cast, and you see now, rather than taking 8 seconds, it now is instant. Very, very helpful. And again, similar sort of things for light speed, reduces cast times, and for example, where is it? Sure Cast. Slightly different ones, but yeah, a few DPS things. As you can see, my healer stuff's here. My card stuff is there because it's right by where my deck is. And over here is my damage stuff. I've also got a couple of little bits and pieces over here that I don't use that often. But yeah, it's quite good fun. I really do enjoy this. That's overall, but yeah, I might come back to this one. There's one more healer to go. And this is the one I think I really like the most. Like I am like 50-50 between working on leveling this class up more or the White Mage. The White Mage is, got some really good sort of like pure healing. But this one, the Sage, which is what Alphino is more of a shield based one. So you can see the layout's a little bit different here. And again, over here, I have, where is it? So you've got Asuna. Okay, now this is the interesting one. If I was in a group, I would cast that on someone, let's say the tank or something like that. At any time, let's just see if I can do it myself if I want to. But it's like, for example, just like that. Boom. Okay, so now triggers a healing effect on a player under the effect of Cardonia, which is what I've got, granted by you upon landing attack magic. So anytime I do any damage from this point on, whilst this effect is still going on, and it's a toggle, it's not like a duration, I can change that whenever I want to. It'll do this. But what I really like about this class, now this started at a higher level one, so I've got some of the other gear. Now I didn't start like at level 1 like I did with the White Mage and everything else like that. This started I think at level 70. I think. So yeah, I've got a few things like that. There's this Chrysia and the Dosis, but most of these things are like shields and stuff like that here. So if you look at here, I've got Restore, got HP, and the usual stuff. But it's the heals and the shields. But this is what I like about it. Yeah, I have little drones that basically either follow me or whatever. Again, like with the other classes like the white mage and the warrior, I have a charge that builds up that gives me certain abilities. This is probably one of my this is a great spell. You can do like certain attacks will do it and it'll change it, and it's really good. Again, swift cast Gario, which is like the same as the razor one, or ascend, does exactly the same, it's just called a different name. And oh yeah, those are the ones. Now there's the what's it, the tanks. Yeah, there's the paladin. As you can see, very similar layout to the warrior, except it's more sort of sword and shield. Basically, whereas the warrior is dirty great big axe. And I mean, it's a dirty great big axe. There's the Dark Knight, which is huge sword, but also has things like the damage and other bits and pieces, which is what these gauges are for. There's also the Gunbreaker, which is what Fancred is. He's a Gunbreaker, and his abilities, again, similar sort of thing, but they are based on, you notice they got combos and like type thing. Where is it? Where's the other one? Where's the other class I like the look of? Now, obviously, you can say I play as the Bard, of course, with my guitar bow. But everyone I was talking about before, Summoner. Now, this is how it works. Very similar to the fudge, what they call the Scholar. But this is another class that has been simplified compared to how it was when it first started. Like, the bar was way more complicated. But one thing you do have is you can summon a little sort of rabbit type thing called a carbuncle. There we go. It's like a little rabbit fox type thing. Now, essentially, that can attack or do certain abilities, or act as a vector for your spells. And then, once you've got to certain bits, you can then summon other creatures. Now, originally, I think they wanted to do it so you could actually summon, like Titan and things like that. But then they very quickly realised it's like, yeah, one, you're not going to be able to see shit on the screen, and two, it's going to be impractical. So they're like mini versions of them, like a sort of avatar or aspect of them, and they have different functions and abilities. Like Ifrit is more for it does Inferno, which does a cone attack. Titan, for example, does earth damage with like in a sort of circle. Garuda, for example, does wind damage to a target and all enemies, and things like that. So it's like a wind attack. And then eventually, as you sort of do all the different summons, you can also summon Bahamut and a Phoenix and other bits and pieces like that. There's some, yeah, they've really done it. It's like, there you go, they can kindle Bahamut. Yeah, Death Flare. Death Flare is a disgustingly powerful attack. Like, and this is one of the reasons why you don't have this much on these bards, because look at all these abilities that are unassignable to hotkeys. These will change depending upon your actions in the game. Like Solaris. Yeah. That's some of the new abilities, and that restores your own HP and HP of all nearby party members. Now, granted, that is not as good as a true healer, but that is a very good clutch ability. Now, they used to be able to do it where you could resurrect. Outside of the healers, I know that red mages can do resurrection. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's actually called Resurrection. There we go. It's right there. Should have guessed. It's right by my Swiftcast. So yeah, one of the reasons why I started off as a summoner, because they were kind of like, to begin with, a sort of all-rounder type class, apart from tanking. And I've had it in the group where people have dropped and gone, oh god, the healer's gone. And I'd been the sort of mage just standing there being like, it's alright lads, I got this. And now these are all new people reasonably in the game, and they're like, what are you doing? I'm just like, rise my son. And you can see him just going, wait, but you're a summoner? Yes, and I've summoned him back from the dead. And it's like, we didn't know summoners could do it. It's like, yeah. Can't do it as often as healers can. This is one of those. Yeah. It takes a big chunk of my health, my energy out of the way. 2,400 MP, which is pretty much a quarter of my magic power. But yeah, it can. That is a clutch spell. It really is. And it's also really funny just watching people who don't really know other classes because they haven't played them. It's like, wait, but we thought only red mages. It's like, no, dude, summoners can do it as well. It's like, these are the skills you would pick up before they did the whole thing with scholar and summoner splitting off. What do they call it? It began with an A. Acolyte or something, I can't remember the exact thing, but because then you had to level that like level 30 before you could become a summoner, and you decide summoner or scholar. Obviously if you went scholar route, you got more healing abilities. If you went summoner route, you got more combat abilities, but the base stuff you got from there, they've changed it now. They are really now two real separate classes, but back then, yeah, all summoners and all scholars had the same thing. But now, still, for some reason, they're still linked. I think it's something to do with the old spaghetti code. And like, look, we could go in and change it, but it'll probably break about 6 million different things. It's not harming anyone. And also, if you're playing as a magic character, it helps you level up a second one at the same time, so you then don't have to spend ages leveling up your healer. And it's just become one of those sort of weird quirks that the games had left over from the dark times. And yeah, it's one of the reasons why when I first played this game, Summoner was the first class I picked. Very squishy compared to some of the other ones. And I do think I prefer Bard. I think I've definitely made the right case for playing as a Bard, because I like being able to move when I'm attacking as well. Or at least if things go wrong, I can just go nope and run off. Summoners are kind of like turret-y types, but yeah, it's I don't know what I was going to say there. Yeah, it's not a bad class, not bad. They've definitely improved it. I feel definitely improved it. A lot of these are contextual abilities, like say Ruby, Topaz, and Emerald. Right, these are essentially the same thing, but it depends upon if you've summoned this one. You've got Death Flare, Wormwave, and more. Some of these will only trigger off if other abilities have triggered off and things like that. So it looks like you've got a lot of abilities, but you will never have to use all of these at once. Like summon Solar Bahamut, enkindle Solar Bahamut. So like this one will only become active if you've managed to do that, and that will only become active if you. There's a lot of these chain abilities. It really is. Not something I'd recommend for a beginner class. Or beginner to the game, but let's just switch this. Switch. No, let's stay summoner for a bit actually. Not something I'd recommend as somebody who's brand new to the game, but when you get a bit more confident, yeah, it's worth it. Plus, also you can summon a glowing fox, rabbit, cat. Yeah. Now I believe you can rename these. There used to be a feature where you could rename them. Don't know how. It might be one of those like macro commands or something, like not a standard thing. Like there used to be a thing where you could rename these. Like I know you can make these pets bigger. I'll see if I can remember the command for it. No. Oh, I don't want to do that. No, that'll orc something up. I'll have a look up on that one. But I think for now, that's going to be done for tonight. Yeah. Next week, as I say, for game-wise, I'm going to be giving, I say, Midnight Suns a try. Just to see if I like it. So, I may not. But I'm going to give it a fair shot. You know, it's not fair for me to pass judgment on something that I haven't actually played. I've only seen being played. It looks like a sort of game I would enjoy. It's got loads of like Marvel-related stuff in it as well, and you know, lots of like Easter eggs and bits and pieces like that. So I think if you're a Marvel fan, like, generally speaking, I am a little bit. I might get on with it for that regards, but it's whether or not it's the gameplay mechanics. I've seen that and it's like, I can't decide if it's a game mechanic I'll get on with or not. It's like lots of card-based, you know, like tactical, like, okay, this person's drawing a card, so they can attack or they can, you know, do this or they can do that. Then that's the thing I'm not sure I will get on with, but I might actually enjoy it. Either way, we will find out. That's me done for the weekend. I will be back obviously on Tuesday, Midnight Suns, and I'll be playing some more Final Fantasy Fridays for the next foreseeable future. And I wish everybody has a good weekend. Bye bye. Oh, well, I'm sorry, what? You want to say goodbye as well? Well, come on then. Somebody wants to say goodbye. Come on. Come on. You gonna say goodbye? There you go. Okay. Bye bye.